Alright, good morning guys, welcome to Savotta Russia. So we are heading up in the northern part of the forest to see if we can find this prisoner of war graves from the First and Second World War. It's gonna be a little bit hairy, we are in the tank, but it's a very, very difficult place to reach. We have talked to the old-timer here this morning on phone. He says he agrees to drive with us up and show us the location, so that should be set. But we have a very critical point where we have to go underneath the railroad because we don't have a thick snow cover just yet, right? So I hope we can get through there because otherwise we're not going anywhere basically. It's like a tunnel under the railroad, and let's see how it goes, guys. We're gonna be limited recording on the way up to the Gulag hub, but from there and through the woods and so on, I think we're gonna pull out some more cameras. But we have a full tank of diesel. We have the Pink Ninja, which is my daughter, which is soon 9 years old. This is Igor, Slava, and my brother-in-law Yaroslav. Okay, let's go, guys. So we met a guy who's a little bit in trouble.
Так, Lars, какой из второго цепляты? Этой?
А?
Этой цепляты?
Любое место. Или туда, похуй. Da. So I don't know what he's doing out here. This is not really a place for a small four-wheel drive. So we dump him here at his body is. We'll continue up there. I'll see you a little bit later. Alright guys, so here's a fast sit-rep situational report. We are here, we are on the spot. The old-timer showed us where this burial site is. Unfortunately, it's where we already been, but he said we've been too far. I'll show you when we get there, but because he says it's there. We'll make us camp here. Now we have the guys. Chainsaw. Because I already located 3 dead standing. We're gonna make a fire now. Pink Ninja sleeping. He's of course tired. It's almost 12 o'clock already. We got away from the tank a little bit, but it's almost 12 o'clock. We have to cut some firewood. We have to get the tents up. If we're gonna do any searching today, I am not really 100% sure, because as you know, 2-3 o'clock, it starts to get dark already. But yeah, we have to establish the camp and all the good stuff. So let's go with that. Alright guys, so I located some dead standing. We have one there. We have a chainsaw here. We have one more over there, and we have a good sized one over here. That is not very hard to pitch. Since we're in the woods, we have no wind or anything, we don't need to put any guy lines or anything on it. It's not needed really. What is needed is to install the stove, of course. Then we're going to take this one. You've seen this many times before. Чуть-чуть выше меня.
Нет, это была другая, там без пола было.
Такое же,
Ну, конструкция такая.
Now we just have to zip the floor to the tent itself, and everything's gonna be a little bit more awesome than it is now. Well, this tent is not too picky about level ground. Alright guys, so we are just camping it out today. Of course, tomorrow we'll head up there. Hopefully find some evidence of this site there. But yeah, that's basically what the trip is about, right? I'll try and show as much as our camping and stuff as possible, but it's a little bit difficult. Because as always, when other people are involved and I'm not alone, then it's a little bit tricky to film. We're pretty set here. Lots of wood firewood there for the stoves. Lots of firewood here for the fireplace. We're eating some more canned meat and sitting and just having fun around the campfire. I can see. Water's boiling, time for some tea. See you later. Most likely in the tent here. Good morning guys. So this is where me and the Pink Ninja have been sleeping. We lit up the stove, of course. Everything is awesome. Time to get out, get some tea, head up to the site and see if we can find something.
Да, поедешь в лес, Лars?
Чего?
Ночевать будешь в лесу когда? Зимой? Ты вообще как?
А да?
Когда ты поедешь в лес?
Не знаю.
Ну, запланируешь, допустим, зимой.
Конечно.
Alright guys, so we had something to eat and just chilled a little bit around the campfire, of course. But we are heading up to the location, and it's not far away. It's like 400-500 meters, something like that, quarter of a mile. Not too far, but we have to apply some logic and stuff up there, so it's good we are one electrician, an engineer, a lawyer and an architect. So maybe we can figure out where the site is. I think we just have to get up there and just dig. I also just want to clarify something about this trip here, something about this search for this grave site of the German and Austrian soldiers, because I had some comments on why we don't have a ground radar and it's not serious and all that good stuff. We had an official request from the War Graves Commission to see if we can establish if there is a gravesite up there with Germans and Austrians or not, because they are of course not going to send a whole team of theirs out here, right, with vehicles and ground radar, archaeologists and everything, unless they can be pretty sure there is something up there. So that's what they asked me. Can you head up there? Can you see, maybe see if you can find some bones and some buttons, name tags, whatever that indicates that this is German and Austrian soldiers from the First World War and from Second World War. So that's simply what we're trying to do. If we cannot establish anything, I don't know what the War Graves Commission is going to do, if they're going to send somebody anyway. But anyway, that's what we are doing. We are on the trail, or we are looking for our trail actually. But beautiful winter forest, and it's considerably colder today than yesterday. So here we have a lightning struck birch. It goes all the way from the ground and goes around like a spiral, and the bark is just peeling off. But this is basically what happens to a birch when you are skinning the birch bark. It just grows a new bark underneath. This looks very funky. Just goes like a spiral all the way up. Alright guys, so we are on location, and I actually found it a little bit faster than he did on his phone app, because of my excellent woodsman skills. I always photograph stuff, and I could see some charga on a tree and blah 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 blah. Yeah, I'm a superhero. But anyway, that's a fact. Let's see. Here we have the old road. It's a very old road. I don't know if you can see, but it goes up there. The old timer yesterday told us it's there. It's supposed to be up here. We were about 100-150 meters out there, and in his opinion it was too far away. We have this a little bit of a hilltop. This is a hilltop when you're in flatland. It says basically up here, in there, maybe on the other side as well, he don't know. He said maybe the Russians could have been buried on one side and the Germans and Austrians on the other. He said, I don't know. But anyway, this should be the spot. And he thinks it's closer to the road than we have been over there. I don't know if you can see something white over there. But because it goes downhill and then it goes up again over there. But here we are basically on the hilltop. We have a depression down there, hilltop here. So what I think we have to do today basically is just to try and dig a testing trench somewhere. Maybe there, maybe there. In his opinion it should not be too far, something like maximum 50 meters. So that's what we're going to do, I think. Because we already searched this place, we'll search a little bit more with the metal detectors, but there are absolutely no signals here. We basically cannot do much other than just chance it and try to dig a trench, or two or three. How much time we have, I don't know, but if we don't find anything, we'll try again in the spring when the days are longer, because there should definitely be something here. But it can be a pretty tough job to find, because then we just have to dig a trench, and then we just have to make it longer and longer and longer and longer until we run into something. I doubt that it will be further down than 1.5 meters or something, like to here. I doubt it. So I managed to dig about 1.5 meters. And I'll dig a little bit more. Then I'll move over to somewhere else and try and dig another trench. Maybe I'll persuade the guys to simply just try and dig a long trench somewhere. So I convinced the guys to start to work, and as you can say, to put in a concentrated effort. So we are starting to opening a trench here now, and we will dig it down deep, and then the guys will dig up here, and I will be down in the hole digging, and we'll try and dig as far as we can today. If we're not finding anything, that's just how it is. And we'll have to try, as I said, during spring, or I have to persuade the War Graves Commission to get up here with a ground radar. So far, I've been digging pretty deep down there. It's almost as deep as myself. Just see if there's any signals in the soil here. There's not a signal. Nothing. So this is how deep I've been digging, to my shoulders, and I seriously doubt that they would have dug them down any deeper than that. Maybe not. I just ran the metal detector here. No signals whatsoever. Well, it's a big area, and I think the gravesite is here. I don't think it's just a village story. There's too much to it, you can say. And we have actual proof that Austrian prisoners of war have been here. So yeah, just have to search a little bit further. But it's already getting late. So far we have found nothing, except from Slava there. He found this little stone here, which is extremely interesting, because here we don't have any stones or rocks whatsoever. It's like light brown on one side and black on the other. Really weird. Seems like it almost has a cross in it here. Alright guys, so you might find it a little bit strange that I find this little rock so interesting, but in this whole general area here you will not find one single rock or stone, not in the rivers or creeks or anywhere, except from that little thing up there. It's the first stone I found in the ground actually, so that's why I found it so interesting. And it has almost like a cross in it in some weird way. I don't know, it's a very, very hard rock. It's not soft stone of any kind, so yeah, a little bit interesting find. Alright guys, so we stopped the digging because we have to break down the camp, of course. But oh, beautiful forest, early winter, but it's getting well cold, to be honest. This is getting, yeah, as I said, it's getting cold. Way colder. My camera just cut out. I don't know if it's running low. Right there guys, so we're back at the camp. Didn't find nothing except for this little rock, which was quite interesting actually. I think I will consult with the War Graves Commission and see if they can hook me up with a ground radar, or maybe I have a friend who can hook me up with a ground radar. They're not exactly cheap, but maybe we can borrow one. Who knows? Because that's gonna be needed to find this grave. So I believe it's there because many of the old timers say it's there, and it means it's there. There's been a lot of funky stuff going on in this area here. We take into consideration the location down there at the river, where we had the methanol factory and all that good stuff. On the old military maps, it just says barracks, like a very small area, right? But even 100 meters out there, we can find brick and concrete foundations, right? And this location down there have been at least like 300-400 meters long. So it's been a lot more than just barracks. So in the darkness here, we will try and head through the forest. That's gonna be very interesting. I don't know how much camera life I have left on this little guy there. I have some, so I'll try and make a little bit of recording while we're driving, but I don't know how exciting that's gonna be. Because as you can see, it's pretty darn dark out there. But awesome trip. Sadly, we didn't find the lost guys, but we're gonna give it another try or two. So yeah guys, that's all I have for this little video here. And sadly, we didn't find the spot. I will see if I can find somewhere to borrow a ground radar. Maybe I can get the War Graves Commission to send some guys up here with a ground radar, because it's gonna be extremely difficult to find anything. It's gonna take a lot of digging, and I'm not gonna do that. Anyway, I'm not gonna do it for free, because that's gonna take a lot of time and effort and fuel and stuff. But anyway, it was an awesome ride. The ride home was very, very cold, -15. Some of you guys, I know I was gonna say -15 is not cold. -15, that is definitely cold, especially when you're sitting on top of a tank. But anyway guys, that's it for this little video here. Please check the links in the description. Please consider supporting the channel and the channel projects. There's links in the description to that. PayPal, Patreon, merchandise, whatnot. So, until next time, get out and train, get it done, do something awesome. I'll see you in the next video guys. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your support. See you in the next one.